Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham Daily News and Update Show, The Breakfast Club. Yes, it's not in the morning. And thank football, it is Friday, November 1st. And we have a big show set up for you. Yes, and it says there, all eyes on Harrogate. Sorry about the setup. As you can see, probably in the background there, it's not too great. I see that light there. I just screwed it all up. All right, ignore that. How's everyone doing today? As you can see, I'm not at the, I'm not up at the house in Los Angeles. We are down in the desert, Palm Desert, so to speak. So I've been tucked away in a room, trying to get a show out to everybody, which we do because it's a house full of people. But it's not about me. It's all about you, and it's all about Wrexham. How's everyone doing today? Talk to me. What are we looking forward to doing on Sunday? We're going to go in and take care of business on Sunday with Harrogate Town. I believe so. And they're already throwing it out there that we're ball number 35, but we have to still get through. We have to still get through the game. So let's talk about that. We're talking about Maxi had to say. There's some video of Scarr was talking to, I think it was BBC Sport. I'm not sure. I got to check it real quick. But lots of stuff. Parkinson had the preview for the game a little bit. And we'll also have a show tomorrow. I know everyone's talking what I'm going to do for tomorrow. We will have a show tomorrow at some point. It won't be a watch along because we're watching along on on Sunday. And because this house full of people here, you know, we just gotta fight through it. And what we will do shows every day. Anyway, so smash a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the Local Pundit. Welcome. Get your memberships, get your badges, all the good stuff, and also get your hats out. We might be lowering the price of the hats to get them out the door. And for those that have already purchased hats, I'll figure it out to make it worth your while, so they weren't so high, and put the numbers down. There's a long story behind that, but I just want to be fair to everybody. But I want to get the hats out to everybody to get them out to everybody. So, how is everyone doing on the Friday? Hip Karma is first. We're going to do a little roll call here. Hip Karma is just absolutely demolished. Drew Does Whatever, demolished him and getting in. And Bruce is also here. He's got to pedal home. Hope he gets back there, so he's going to tune in when he gets in. Big E's in the house. What's going on, Big E? How you doing? And Pajataffy from Australia. How you doing, Pajataffy? We have a bunch of Australians here, which is great. And Michael Pierce is in the house. How you doing? Goofy Splat's also here. And hello, if I'm keeping on. Looking for some great time for players like Josh Adam, Mo Fall, Matty Jan, Sepp, and John Daddy. Is that what we're calling him? John Daddy in the house? Maybe. Helps if you give us a link to the hats. It's in the Etsy account. On the link, by the way, there's a link to the Etsy account on the channel to go grab the hats. And I'm still working stuff out. Hip Karma, you know how many buttons I touched yesterday? I will hold on a second. Let me just show you in a good way. This is a good thing. Hold on. Before we get to the show, I want to show everybody that I'm doing my best to figure out how to get stuff going. Hold on. If I can figure this out. If this goes down, I'll kill myself. Okay. I'm going to share this. I remember I'm on one screen tonight. Look at this right here. That is some of the new stuff we're working on that's going to get things going. Watch this. Wrexham scored. Wrexham scored again. There we go. And what's this? That's a timer. Holy bejesus right there. That is a timer. Hold on. Let me add myself to the stage. So that is what we're working on the side. That's OBS. I don't know what the hell OBS stands for, but yes, we'll be figuring this out. That period 1, period 2, all of it's there. If they did score, awesome. It's going to figure all that stuff out. This is what we're working on here for the new stuff. I told you I would get it. So I've touched buttons. You got to thank Just Josh Media for getting it there. But we are on our way. I would have tried to do one today, but I don't. +3. There we go. 5-1 Wrexham win. That's my prediction right there. Footy tips right there. That's my prediction. 5-1. So progress is being made. So I just want to let everyone know that I'm not always full of shit. I'm maybe half the time when I'm talking to Ken and the boys, I'm full of shit. But the rest of the time, I'm telling you, I'm trying to work on stuff for the show and balancing out life. So keep an eye on all that. Okay, where was I? Beautiful OBS is good stuff. Woohoo. Need to add scoring and name title. Look it on Google name. Need to add scoring name and time like Google under the team. Michael Pierce, let's walk before we can crawl. Let's walk before we can crawl. I know you've been around a long time, but I got to tell you, you look at you talking to here. let's get through that. I'm so happy I just did that without shutting things down. So, all right, let's get into the show. No one's to hear about my shit, but good to see you. Okay, I got to put this back up. I remember we're working on one screen tonight, so bear with me. Let's talk about Wrexham as we do. All right. Okay. Okay. Wrexham AFC, Harrogate Town, ball number 35 in Sunday's FA Cup second round draw. Do not want to talk about that. I want to go into the game first. And this was yesterday. Wrexham have continued to enjoy a magic of the FA Cup under Phil Parkinson City admits. We owe Harrogate following a rare one day off in the competition. So, here goes on. The FA Cup is something special for the club, says Parkinson. We got a lot of history in the FA Cup, and there's a lot of great memories that are made over the years. Since I've been here, we had some good games in the FA Cup, and we enjoyed those. You always want those journeys to be longer, but we lost to a good team in the end. I feel the FA Cup is a nice break from the league and to kind of, hey, Maxi boy, to kind of what does he say? I lost it. To kind of refresh the squad and everyone get away from league football. Of course, we'll be taking it seriously and we'll be looking to reward our traveling supporters. Again, Harrogate are a tough team to play against. They have got a real identity of work ethic, as you saw when we played them here in the league last season. They can be tough nut to crack. Credit to Simon Weaver. He has instilled a real gritty determination about them all over the years. So we know we are going to be into it. Probably into a fight. We went there a few years ago in the FA Cup, and we certainly owe them one this round. So those, my friends, and my friends around the world, those are words where it's coming with intent. Now, I'm going to pull this up here. Not going to be too much rotation. Probably on the bench, we see some new guys, but after we lost to them last time, we're going to have a main squad for the most part on it. I will go out on a limb and say I do not see a change to 11. I think he's going to go for his full starting 11 on this. And that's where I think he's going to be at. I think he's going to go full 11. So don't expect any different. Yes, if you haven't noticed in the background, I do have some good photos going back there. There's some good photos. And you can see Patty going on if you haven't noticed. Again, trying to make do with what we have here to get something out. I expect an unchanged 11. I expect a strong bench. Maybe one or two, maybe an Ashfield who's up behind me right there. Maybe an Ashfield or something. But do not be surprised if we go for just a full side there. And I'm into that. Hip Karma says, woohoo, Josh. Thank you very much. Good shot. Progress. Yeah, talking about the OBS. That's right. Just jumping around here a little bit too. There's a few local pundits in SEQ. I don't know what that means. You're in good company. And Open Broadcast Systems. Okay, OBS. That makes sense. Marie from SoCal, how are you? National team, Tramworth versus League One Huddersfield and ESPN right now. FA Cup if you want to take it for a test drive. All right, I'll put it on the side right here. It's a free show today. It's a free hit. Does anyone want to come in and talk today? I mean, I'll open the show up. Just let me know. We can always open the show up. ESPN Plus right here. I got it right there. Leverage with I don't see it, but I'll find it. Oh, Tranmere versus Huddersfield. Oh, Huddersfield are on right now. Marie from SoCal's all over it. Oh, that pitch looks terrible. Yeah. Hold on. There it is. Fun stuff. Thanks, Marie from SoCal. We love it. All right, let's get back to our show. Let me just plug some things in. Touching buttons. Knots are also playing right now, 1-1 at the moment. And saw George Everton and Fletch whilst I was at the club shop today. And Goofy Splat, what did they say to you? What did they say to you? Tell me about George. Talk about George. What did you see? I want to get a little update on there too, if we can. There we go. Let's get to another article that I had up that I wanted to talk about. Maxi boy. This is what I want to talk about. Maxi boy. Speedy recovery for Max. So seeing Max Kleber's name on the team sheet at Charlton came as a surprise to many, and the center back admits he didn't even expect to be back so soon. 22 years old, brother. And when I was 22 years old, run through a brick wall, through anything. Nothing was going to hold me down. And Maxi boy is the same. Really proud of him. He's one of our prized assets. He ain't going anywhere, trust me. But just after 4 weeks later, he damaged his ankle ligaments in a goalless draw at Leyton Orient on September 28th. But just 4 weeks later, and having missed only 4 League One games, Kleber was named to the team Saturday's 2-2 draw against Charlton at the Valley, and he did very, very well. He came in, and I'll tell you right now, I said it yesterday. Mark my words, everybody. the battle is not going to be between Scarr and O'Connell in the middle of the pitch. It's going to be between Max and O'Connell. That's what's going to happen. So Banks is eating at this time. If you hear him chewing and everything, I apologize. The battle's going to be on that right side. Now, O'Connell's a more established player in the league. Let me turn this down. Why is this loud? A more established player in the league, but Max is class. And I'm not sure he'll start this weekend, but that's going to be the battle. You cannot take Dan Scarr out of this lineup. And we'll talk about that because Dan Scarr is going to have his say in a little bit too. We talked about the FA Cup. Okay. This is a couple of good Maxi quotes here. And I can't see you in the chat. So just let me know. I think I have to switch back and forth. So just if something's really important, let me know. Hey, A2ZEV, how are you? Max went to say about his injury. I feared the first when it happened. I think this, I'm just reading his quote. I feared the first when it happened, but it was just a twist of the ankle. Okay, I feared the worst when it happened. I think it's a typo now. I feared the worst when it happened, but just a twist. And thankfully, no one's weight went through it. And the scans results weren't too bad, said Cleworth, who is set up to keep his place in the side for Sunday's FA Cup first round against League Two outfit Harrogate Town at Weatherby Road. Okay, he thinks he's going to start, my friend. I waited a week for the swelling to come down because my foot and ankle went really big. If you've ever gotten a bad one, a high ankle sprain. I used to get them all the time at basketball after dunking on people. Yes, I did it. And you come down on someone's leg, it's the worst. So he says, I have the physio team to thank. He said all the staff managed to speed up the recovery, and I was close to being fit for Huddersfield last Tuesday. Wow. Okay. Remember when Parkinson said that he was going to be, he was running, but he was kind of cagey about it. Parkinson obviously knows how to work the press well in a way where he's not misleading, but he's dropping nuggets and hints. And as you can see, getting used to how they control their outward facing media, you could see that Parkinson was just dropping those little hints, and then he dropped them in the lineup. Also keeping pace with the fact that don't want to tip Charlton off anything too. And he did a great job against Campbell. I'll give him that too. I did the warm-up. All the staff managed to speed up the recovery, and I was close to being fit for Huddersfield last Tuesday. I did the warm-up and wasn't quite ready, but it was great to be back out there on Saturday. He said it was Cleworth was ever present when he was forced off at Orient in an excellent form in the opening 8 league games. So also weighing in with 3 goals. He said it was a bit of kick in the teeth, but I was playing well. But the credit to Dan Scarr, he has come in and done well. Kept the momentum going. Banksy boy. Kept the momentum going. Said Cleworth, I only missed 4 league games, and the international break helped. It did because it gave me 2 weeks to speed up the process, at which we managed to do. Hi, Banksy boy. Which is great. Wrexham produced a brilliant display. Okay, good. Goes on. The only performance from this first minute, maybe the 94th minute goal. Okay. So there's a lot there on him. I like it. Sorry. Oh, shit. 1 second. Come here. Okay. See? Say hi to everybody. Back cat. There we go. Sorry. He's got bad allergies, so I had to take care of him. He just said, but if you only knew people, I apologize for the show. It's a live show. Okay, back to Max Cleworth. We dominated the game. He's talking about the Addicts game. We dominated the game. We had much better chances. It was really good, a good away performance. I thought I played well personally, which was nice, and he did play really well. Cleworth protested his innocence after he got hit with the handball. He's like, I don't think there's anything I can do, he said. I haven't seen it back, but my arm was by my side. But the referee still gave it. The referee said I intentionally played the ball, which would be madness to do in that moment. It is come up in awkward. He said it has come up in awkward height. My arm was by my side, and obviously I'm going to react. And he has given it, meaning the penalty. It's a tough job for him as well. But I feel he was desperate. He was desperate to give it. I got to move on from it. That is a line right there. So we're talking about the penalty that he got. This is the first time I'm reading this with you lot, and I apologize for the distraction because Banks is having a little bit of an issue, and I need to take care of him. So I apologize. That's the first time I'm reading that, and I know it's a live show. He said, I haven't seen it back, and my arm was by my side, but the referee has given it. The referee said, I intentionally played the ball, which would be madness to do in that moment. It's come on awkward in height. My arm is by my side, and obviously I am going to react. And he gave it. It's a tough job for him as well, but I feel he was desperate to give it. I got to move on from it. That's big words right there from a young man. What do we make about that? What do we make about that? He felt he was desperate to give it. So pressure being away because he was the sub referee. I don't know. I mean, those are statements right there. And I'm fine with him having something. I'm fine with him having his say. And they did come out and say that it wasn't a penalty, but saying he was desperate to give it. Okay, that says a lot. So I'll say this too. Things balance out throughout the year. I know we don't want to hear that, but having Max come out, it's his first game back. He played really well. And at a penalty, I'm sure everyone in the locker rooms picked him up throughout the week. So not worried about that, but interesting. Very interesting there. That's why I love doing the news and having a fair reaction with everyone here. HUC new spot, Josh, looks especially like the slideshow. It looks great, especially like the slideshow in the background. Yes, this is where I'm at the house, our Palm Desert house down here. So, and I am tucked away in the back room because there's a house full of people. Missing the bed, which is yes, there we are. Sorry about Banks. Yes, he's having a little bit of a problem. And we'll move on in a second. I hope we end the season with Brunt, Scarr, Cleworth in the back line. We just need to get Brunty a shot at the league and watch him make the spot his own. Yes, give us your lineup for Sunday. I want to please get the lineups in. I'm going to go on change 11. That's what I'm going to do. But you guys and gals out there, please let us know. A2ZEV says EOC and TOC have to fight for their spots, and the Young Glads are informed. Stash and Scarr are undroppable for me. That's just me. Brian Chang's in the house. I think Ravon needs to start over McLean. Give us speed. Brian Chang and I hope I'm saying your last name right. Chiang, right? Let me know if that's wrong. And I love that headshot, my friend. That's a great photo. Great photo. And welcome to the show. I think you're new as well. But Stash and Scarr are undroppable in the back line. It just has to happen. But I do agree with you, Brian. I do think Rev should be getting his spot on the left side. I do. I know Macca's he's an enforcer on the pitch, but I think we're lacking on that side. And I think that yes, okay, good. Thanks, Brian. I think that needs to happen. I don't know when it will happen. I don't know if Parkinson's afraid of him or what he was going to do, but I think that is coming. We just need to kind of wait our moment and our time. And I know I'm getting off topic a little bit here because I think this is a very interesting topic about McLean having the captaincy and also playing every goddamn minute, every goddamn game. What I think will happen is this, Brian, and tell me if I'm wrong. Anyone wants to disagree with me? Also, I love the comment. I think what's going to happen is Macca is going to get his 5th yellow card. He's going to have to sit out a match. He's going to bring Rev in. Okay, Rev will do okay. Maybe Rev gets a cup game. So I think that's going to be his opportunity to show. If he doesn't force it, he can show that he can pull that left side up and do very well. I think that's it. I actually think, and I think I'll give credit to Patty, saying that basically that Macca is a good impact player, and if we can use him for those last 30 minutes rather than starting a match, I think that's better suited fit for where he's going. That's what I think. So take that on. Okay, moving on. I think we're all done. Well, I'll just do this one before we move on too. But I don't want to talk about the next match. So we're going to be ball number 35. Harrogate Town, Wrexham or Harrogate Town would be ball number 35 in the Sunday's FA Cup draw. This is the greatest thing about this. Either while we're playing or actually it could be after we're playing. Phil Parkinson's band are flying high in League One. They face League Two outfit at Harrington at Weatherby Road. We kick off at 3:30 p.m. The second round draw is scheduled to take place on BBC Two during the first round highlights of the show. So at around 7:45. So what that means is it's going to happen right afterwards. We're going to know. So what we'll do is if we win and get through 7:45, so we'll be done 4:30, 5:30. We'll be done. We'll probably be doing the I would say Rextra time. Patty. We'll be doing the Rextra time. And so someone will do a live ball drop for that. Maybe the Rextra time will go long enough where they can do that. So we can figure out if we go through. So if we go through, we'll figure that out. So we'll definitely have that live for you. I don't know if I can do it. I might be driving back up to LA. So we'll see. But I will definitely have someone be doing the live drop, if not for the Rextra time on that too. So the draw ties in round 1 take place across Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This weekend. So the ties will be played for next time, November 29th. That's a Friday, and December 2nd, the Monday. So that's the next portion of when this will be. November 29th, Monday through the 2nd, if we make it through. We're ball number 35. So I'm just kind of planning and talking with you as we go through. So on Sunday, we will have the show. Obviously, we'll do the live watch along. Then we'll do Wrexham time. And if it happens to drop during Wrexham time, which would be great, Patty will be live doing it. If not, we'll figure it out. So we're definitely there for you. Okay. Koofy Splat talking about his starting 11 before we move on. He says Burton, Mendy, Brunt, Boyle, EOC, Ravon, Ford, JJ, Matty James, Bavarton, and Fall. Koofy Splat, that's a good shout. I don't know if he's going to go that route, but let me know. And also, you didn't say how did Evans look? Was he on crutches? What did you see? What did you see when you saw him? And goes on to say, I think Parky will go for minor changes. Maybe drop Scarr and EOC in, Ravon left wing back, and Fall instead of Palmer. Could do. I'm not buying into it though. I'm not buying into that he's going to make changes. And we'll do this. We'll go into the preview here. Preview of Harrogate Town versus Wrexham AFC in the Emirates FA Cup. Wrexham have reached the fourth round of the FA Cup of each of the last two seasons, and I anticipate we can do that again. But we've been handed tricky first round tie against the side that knocked us out in the competition in Phil Parkinson's first season at the Stoke Ross, and also broke Okonkwu's jaw. Harrogate Town versus Wrexham. There you go. At the exercise stadium, everyone wants to work out. There you go. Exercise. Wrexham angle in the midst of a challenging run for league fixtures. The FA Cup feels like some respite, but a tough draw against opponents who we couldn't beat in the league last season means Wrexham must be cautious. Phil Parkinson has often rotated his side in the early stages of the competition, but not as fully as he does in the Bristol Street Movers. With no midweek games before or after the match, and a dead rubber match versus Port Vale coming up in mid-November, Parkinson told the press at the start of the week, we have got a great history in FA Cup, and this is a quote, and we will be picking the team we feel right is for the game, which means to me he's going to pick his favored starting 11. Whether there are a few changes to the team or not, we haven't decided yet because we want to go look at the group this week in training. Said that yesterday. I want to assess everybody, and we will pick the best team we can feel to win the game. Do not expect. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. You could tell me to shut up. It's totally fine. I'm happy to be wrong because I want to see Matty James. I want to see John Daddy Bavarton. I want to see other players. Anthony Ford might get a run out for sure because that's the only time he could play. So Harrogate Town on the other side of things are in 17th place. Don't let standings get in the way of things. They please don't, because they're probably their sides are going to come. They're going to be motivated. Harrogate stand 17th in League Two at the start of the season, which has been characterized by a struggle to score goals. Only Tranmere Rovers have scored fewer than the town's 11 goals in 14 games in the division. Swansea City, Stevenage are the only other sides in EFL with a worse attacking record. So don't take that for gospel, which is fine, but it is something we need to be aware of. So remember, we're traveling away. Don't care about the head-to-head. We lost 2-0. We beat them 2-0 there, and that was match day 20 last year. So the milestones on this, Arthur Okonkwo could make his 100th career match. Huge for him. Mark Howard, 50. He ain't going to get out. But the fixtures are as such. There they are right there. Obviously, we're in it. But Barnet are in great form, and we'll hope Exeter underestimate them at St. James's Park, while Walsall will be tricky for trip to Bolton, especially if they choose to rotate the squad. Watch out for Bolton. Worthing welcome Morecambe in a tie. I'm having trouble reading today. I apologize. In a tie, which has been a real giant killing potential, while Weston Super Mare will travel in hopes that they make a short journey to Bristol Street Rovers. Okay, that's what's going on there. So that's what it is. Sorry, I can't. For some reason, I'm just off my game. Maybe it's because I'm sitting in a chair in the back sweating. Both walked into the ground like normal. Looked like they had no problems at all. That's interesting. He's talking about Goofy Spot's talking about Evans there and Fletch. I know I'm totally shifting gears here, but Goofy Spot, do you not think that Evans' injury is not a heavy one? Like, do you think it's not good? Do you think it's not as bad as we think it is? Could he be back? I'd love to know. Another thing, if we're leading, say, 2 or 3 goals in first half, then Parker will bring some. No, A2Z. What? No way. There's no way he's making that. There's no way he's doing that. Bruce made it home. Dead rubber trophy tie makes it a lot of rotations less likely because they're all going to be able to have a run in the trophy tie. I agree. There's not there's not going to be much rotation. And they were driving their car. Evans didn't break his ACL. No, I thought he tore his I don't think it was come out what actually happened to him. I thought he tore his ACL, but I could be wrong. Brian Chang, I was at the Charlton game live. Max looked very handsome in person. I seen him in person too. He is very handsome. Yep, that's all that shows him. All right, let's move on. Okay, this one came up late. Well, two came up late, but I just want to move on to some little other news and updates today. Olly Palmer drops massive hint. Ryan Reynolds' Wrexham have just signed his son. So this is not about the game on Saturday, but I saw it there. There's Ollie P. I think that's from last year, I believe, that when he got promoted. Great beard on him. Olly Palmer has dropped a massive hint that Wrexham have signed his son up on their youth system. I don't know about this. The striker has been a regular fixture for the Red Dragons. Yes, he's done really well. Blah, blah, blah. Don't care about that. The 32-year-old was recently rewarded for his performance by the Hollywood-owned Ryan Reynolds, blah, blah, blah. Don't care. He's made 14 appearances for Wrexham in all competitions during the campaign. Get to the story, please. The player has now shared clues on social media indicating that his son Vinny is about to follow in his father's footsteps. The Instagram post includes a picture of a 7-year-old fully kitted in Wrexham training gear outside the club's academy training base at Collier Park in the village of Gresford. The target man included several telltale emojis, including a pen and paper and sideways eyes icon, as well tagging the club's official Instagram account. So, okay, that seems to be about right. So while the North Wales outfit has yet to officially confirm the signing, Palmer regularly shares videos of his son playing football on social media. So that could be it. Talking about how he got signed. I could see that. Happening. And why wouldn't you? It's a great club to do that. And congrats to him. That's the one I wanted to bring in there too. They said Evans' ankle was an ankle ligament injury. I've never seen anything more specific. I might have missed that, Bruce. Sorry. There's a lot of news that come in. I thought they were more vague on his, Bruce, but I could be wrong. And Tranmere just scored. But, I could be wrong, Bruce. I might have missed that. You're probably right. I'm probably wrong. But I thought they were a little more vague on him. All right. Dan Scarr having his say on the FA Cup. This is one we got to too. Let me just make sure the volume's up for everybody. Dan Scarr talking about spoke how he's settling into Wrexham as they prepare for the FA Cup first round this weekend. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, really good. I think from the first moment I walked through the door, I think the fans welcomed me well, the lads did, and coming into the team, as in before I even started playing, like I was just made to feel a part of it straight away, which sometimes coming into a team that's had so much success, it's hard to come into that group, but they're very welcoming, and it's a credit to the management staff and the recruitment team of how they've got this group together and how it's a big part of the success they've had, really. Every game of football that we go into, we want to win. Momentum's a tough thing to come by with football, so if you've got a chance to win a game, you should take it and do the best you can with it, and that will help us going into the league and carry that momentum. So we won't be taking it lightly. We'll be making sure we get through to that next round. So, yeah, that'll be the goal.
For me, undroppable. He did wait his turn. And you got to give him credit. He did wait his turn, and he's grasped it. I think, in a good way, I say this. He has caused problems for Parkinson at the back because he has been so good. I think he knew how good he was coming in, but he was buying his time. He came in, and he's done very, very well. Now, let's see what Parkinson wants to do moving forward. I personally believe he's undroppable.
Mm-hmm. Is Harrogate away? What kind of test do you think away is there? What do you expect there?
I think it'll be a tough game. It's always, you go to these games and the underdog is always give 20, 30, 40 more % than what they usually would do. Mm-hmm. I'm sure they'll be doing loads of work on us on how to stop us and things like that. So I think as long as we're professional and we approach it how we would approach a league game, I think we've got a very good chance of getting through.
I guarantee he'll be in the lineup. There's no way he's not.
I think an FA Cup run would mean for Wrexham and the sort of local community and the fans here.
100%, yeah. You've got a chance of getting some. If you get through the first couple of rounds, you've got a chance of getting some of the big boys. It's money, TV, more publicity for the club, and everything that you would want as a club. Also brings all the fans together to get to these grounds that we wouldn't have maybe have a chance yet to get to. So I know where the club's been the last couple of years. If you end up playing a Chelsea away or something, it's a great day out for the fans and for the lads as well, and everyone a part of the club. So that's what's at stake.
Yeah. So basically, what he's saying there too, if we win, we can get a big. I think the draw goes into a big clubs, which is great. So Scarr, total professional in my opinion. I like what he's doing. I like what he's doing in regards to his leadership at the back. He looks to be settling into the club, which is really, really, really great. So I really think that he is one of the catalysts that's going to move things forward for the club for what we're doing. Okay. They called it an ankle ligament injury. Sorry. Yes. Like I said, I probably missed that. I apologize. I thought he was the vague one, but I could be wrong. And Tranmere did just score. They did say Evans had an ankle injury. The discussion was that a prelude to the following game. Yes, dropped it. Okay. Personally, I think Parky should rotate Stash and EOC. I think EOC might be the one that's going to be missing out, in my opinion. Cautionary tale. National League Tranmere just scored against League One against Huddersfield. Absolutely. There is your cautionary tale for the day, for sure. All right, last couple here. This is one about the new investors that I want to get into. I know we're jumping around a bit, but it's all good because that's what we do. It's a news show. New investors will be a fantastic fit for Wrexham. So this is Parkinson talking about this. Remember, we talked about this the other day. The new investors, the Allen family or Allen Foundation, is a fit for what they're doing and what they believe in, building communities and things like that. What they're minus the Syracuse part. That's just a personal joke for me, but it's fine. So manager Phil Parkinson says Wrexham new investors will be a fantastic fit for League One club and confirmed he's already met them and talked about their plans. Wrexham had sold my and this is Patty. This may be something you might want to dive into on one of the shows that you do very well at this. Wrexham has sold a minority club stake to the Allen family, who own a global medical device company, Welsh Allen, for more than a century. Eric Allen, the manager and chief investment officer of the Allen family's office, and his daughter Kayleen have already been spotted at Wrexham's Stoke racecourse ground this season. This is Parkinson quote. I met Eric and his daughter Kayleen. If I'm saying that wrong, let me know. Kayleen or Kayleen? Kayleen. They're just great people, a fantastic fit for the club. They came down to the training ground last week. We had a great chat with them. They're so enthusiastic about coming on this journey with the club and the impact they can hopefully make. The Allen family joined Hollywood Duel, blah, 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 who gives a crap. The New York-based family sold their company in 2015 and now focus on purpose-driven investments and private and public markets. Wrexham say the investment made through Red Dragon Ventures LLC will helpfully fuel the club's lofty ambitions as well as those of the broader Wrexham community. I think it's a 360 view. It's not just about just getting into to the championship or the premiership. That's obviously to the Prem. That's obviously part of the plan, but it's also about improving the town of Wrexham. Their involvement may help Wrexham achieve their third successive promotion and stabilize the club in the championship if they get there. The Parkinson, who has guided the club from the National League to the League One under the ownership of Rob and Ryan, says the Allen family's interest extends beyond what happens on the pitch. There you go. Quote from Parkinson: we talked about the club, the team, the area in general, and all things they're interested in. Like Rob and Ryan, they have got great interest in not just the team on a Saturday afternoon, but also the area and the impact on the area. And this, the Allen family has history in what they do for trying to put towns and cities together and have great philanthropy going on and putting money where their mouth is, which is great. Anyone in and around Wrexham can see that what Rob and Ryan set out to do was build a football club that could have the knock-on effect for the whole area. And Eric and Colleen have got a complete buy-in with that. I think like I said, there's probably money being thrown at them. They made a good choice here. Let's see how they do. They could have went for the billionaire, trillionaire route that could be just about football, but they went to someone that wants to build a community, not just on the pitch, but off the pitch. And I think it's really good, really, really good. They're preparing for the okay. So I'm glad that Parkinson had his say, and I'm sure I don't know if he was maybe in the conversations, but I'm glad that Parkinson had his say. I really like that. That just broke a couple hours ago, which is great. So beautiful stuff there. And again, I said this to everyone yesterday. We are all part of this journey, which is great. I'm happy to share it with everyone here. And to see this is something that we'll look back on 20, 30 years, like the folks that have been following this club for, 20, 30, 50 years. And they'll say, remember when they signed they signed up Allen family in the minor stake. I think it's really great. And it's like filled with joy and filled with positivity. And also everyone's rowing in the right direction. So really good stuff. And I'm glad Parkinson, there's going to be a statue for that guy someday. You absolutely watch. Ken is awake. Oh my God. He woke up from his nap. Marie from SoCa says, remember to like and subscribe. Yes. Ken woke up from his nap. Ken's got to get ready for, he plays Santa Claus during the winter. Did you guys know that? So Ken, he's growing his beard out. I don't know if you noticed this. He plays Santa Claus in winter. He goes to shopping malls and he sits there and he's Santa Claus. So, he's got to get his rest up. He's got the white hair. He's growing out his white beard. So whoa, those are aggressively. So he's probably getting his nap in so he can get ready to go to play Santa. All right, last one here. This one's a little. Yes, he does. He plays Santa in the winter and in the summer. He plays Santa in the summer. All right, let's see here. Last one here. This one's kind of good. I saved the best for last. Okay. Wrexham star Paul Mullen's delight over his son's major milestone after diagnosis. This is kind of getting away from football, doing a little serious stuff after I was joking. The striker says the improvement in his son's speech is music to his ears. This is a great story. Wrexham star Paul Mullen has expressed his delight after his son's Ollie reached a major milestone. I don't know what that was. Sorry, the gardeners are here. Okay. The striker has previously opened up about his son's diagnosis with autism, which he first shared in January last year, revealing it's also nonverbal. Posting on X, formerly Twitter, he said, happy and healthy boy, no different to anyone else. Mullen discussed his home life further in an episode of Welcome to Wrexham, which explored the challenges to his family he has faced during the episode, blah, 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 going on in there. He said he made big steps. I missed a spot here. The striker has made clear on several occasions that his family takes precedent over his footballing career and said, posting last night, stick the goals and accolades in the bin, describing hearing his son speak as the proudest moment of his life. He said the big steps we made in the last year, even in the last few weeks, Albie has started to use words to communicate, copying everything we also say. That's amazing. At times, days like today seem so far away, but we always had hope and never gave up. Seeing his experience Halloween and saying trick or treat is something most take for granted. But for us as a family, it's like music to our ears. Stick the goals and accolades in the bin, my proudest moment in life, have all come in the last few weeks, hearing him start to use his voice. Absolutely amazing. And, when he scores his goals, he does, for Albie, which is great. Actually, Patty Power sent me this article before we came live, and I wanted to get this up going out. But that's fantastic. And we're all, rooting for him. And also it's just good stuff. And I think that just adds to, like we always talk about, sorry, that card was here. We always talk about just, not just being on the pitch. These are real people, they have real lives. So it's great stuff. So that's great to see. It's great to see. And long may it continue. And he's right. Trick or treat. People take it for granted, take for granted. So congrats to him. And that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, let's move on and get out of here. Is it true that he's in Bad Santa 3? Coming off of that, I think I missed time. I apologize. Going back in, talking about Ken being Santa, but I apologize. But so into the chat, he is in Bad Santa. It's Australia. Chrissy is in the summer. There you go. I am so Bad Santa. There you go. Morning. Happy November. Yeah, is it Movember? Should I do mustache? Sorry, I'm going to have to shut down in a minute because the gardener's here. I may be doing. Maybe I'll do a mustache. Hi, Neil Walker. How are you? Good to see you. Remember, no game tomorrow. Let's get everyone out here. No game tomorrow because it's the game's on Sunday, but we will be here live. If you're in the United States, remember to put your clocks back. So it shouldn't be all right I'll lose an hour of sleep, but it's all good because that's what we do here on the Local Pundit. We're here all the time. Interesting enough. So we'll do that tomorrow. We'll definitely do a show. We'll deep dive into maybe if Patty or anyone else on the show wants to do a deep dive into the Allen family, which would be great, awesome. And we'll do that. Also, just to let everyone know, I am winning on footy tips. I just want to point that out. I am winning. But pure intelligence, looking into everything, doing deep dives. Just want to let everyone know that's what's happening. And poor Josh losing an hour of sleep, hardened up Buttercup. There you go, you bastards. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. Albie has an Insta account. You can listen to him speak. That's awesome, Ruth. Fantastic. 30 plus games. FA Cup tomorrow. Only 2 on ESPN Plus. Yes. Yeah. I mean, maybe I'll get a bee in my bonnet tomorrow, and I'll do a game. But yeah, we'll see. I'm down in the desert, so it makes it a little harder. We gained an hour in the UK last Sunday, had it back in 2 days. Yeah, I know, Bruce. It sucks. Wayne Evans says Ken's going to LA to film Bad Santa 3 in a couple weeks. Yes, he's going to be here. He's going to lose out. He's going to lose out. I'm going to out-drive him. All right, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to spend some time with the family. Please go spend some time with your family. Thank football. It's Friday, and off tomorrow, but I'll figure something out. We'll be live. If I do get to be in my bonnet, I will do a watch-along tomorrow. And again, I'll tell you, the best news of the day, other than Albie news, is the fact that we do have, I'm telling you, this is so good, and I figured out how to use it. And where is it? The OBS portion of this. Again, I've been waiting on this, and I got to figure out how to use it for everybody, but I'm so pumped to put this in motion for everybody. This is really great. That's going to be our new system in there. We're going to have, be able to do the score, and we'll have, live watch, look at the timer, everything also too. Fantastic. So really, really pumped about that. So, I apologize for the long wait on things, but, we got to, things take time, cost money, obviously, cost money, but, look at that. I'm touching buttons, but they're so easy to touch, which is great. So anyway, smash a like on the video, subscribe. You haven't subscribed to the Local Pundit live every day. Appreciate it. And, on that bombshell, I will see you all soon.